Okay, I'm coming at you with another unboxing first impressions. This one's actually not a set of IEMs, but rather just kind of accessories. So we'll start. This is a beauty. Shirogora Potty, if anyone's curious. And let's see what we got. Okay. So we got, these are the Dunu SS tips. And we got a Tripowin cable. I think this is called the Jolie. And I got this one in 4 by 4.4 Pentagon. So basically, I daily drive KN RU7, which has the balanced. This really isn't my favorite stock cable. This is the stock cable on the Zigot Dos Cinco's. It's a single termination, 3.5. You do have the option to get the 4.4 at checkout, but I think with the stock cable, I would have rather just had the basic 3.5. But it, as you can see here, it tangles easy. I don't really have any comfort or sound issues with it, but I was looking for an upgrade cable, and I was looking at stuff like the Kinera Ace 2.0, different ones. These cables, there's so many of these cables, it's hard to think of the names off the top of my head. The Tripowin Altia or something. And this one was actually $20, but it was on sale or had a $2 coupon on Amazon, so it was $17. And I figured, let's at least try this first, and if it's good enough to keep, then I'll have just saved myself some money. So this thing's supposed to be pretty. So let's see. Okay. I went with the bad boy purple. Okay. I like the color on that. All metal connectors and everything. Looks nice so far. And okay. Nice and soft. Nice and soft. It looks a little thicker than the stock Zigot cable while still being fairly thin. Super soft and pliable. And man, just feeling the hand off the bat, this does feel nicer than the Zigot cable. Let's go ahead and throw our Dos Cinco's on there. Okay, you got the red for right, which that's just a standard. Red indicates right channel equipment and audio. Okay, snapped in, nice. These went in way better than the stock Zigot cable so far. And that one went in super nice. I like the ear hooks because there is some, they are there, but it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of tension or like shape to them in the sense that they look malleable. And off the rip, feels nice. No complaints so far. We'll see just a quick sound impression with them. If you're one of the guys who thinks that the whole cable thing is snake oil, I just disagree. Like I've heard differences from cable swapping that I pretty much refuse to just chalk down to placebo. New Narvent song came out today. If anyone's follows him, I've been following this kid. He makes bangers. He has a new song, Her Eyes, out today. But we'll try something that I've been listening to a little bit, have better reference for. We'll do Slow Ready by Goose. This is an amazing song. Okay, I'm listening to a different song right now, Planet Caravan by Black Sabbath. This is an amazing song to test soundstage. when I was listening to the first song, Goose, or from Goose, I thought maybe that the soundstage sounded a little more intimate, so that's why I switched over to this one. And maybe the soundstage is a touch more intimate. Not, I'm trying to think of how to describe it because it doesn't feel like that it's like narrower, like it's been reduced. It just feels like the presentation it's just different. And I can't quite put my finger on it yet. Also, you know, there is the difference from going from single-ended to balanced with this cable opposed to the stock as you got cable. It does sound pretty good. I'm gonna have to do some A/B testing with between the two cables off camera to really see if I can come to a more, have a better conclusion. Off the rip, the Smiths, there's a light that never goes out. I think maybe I prefer the performance on the stock cable. Just serving off memory here. It still sounds great. I'm not going to tell you that this did anything to harm the sound quality yet, but it does sound different. This is going to be a double first impressions. I got a new set of tips. So I got some comments on the unboxing video from a guy who basically said that he found the stock tips to be useless. And at first, I didn't know what he meant. I didn't really know what he was getting at. And I still don't know if my problems with the stock tips are the same as his, but they just quit sealing how they were supposed to. You know, it's like I don't have oily ears by any means, but it's like they were so slick within my ears that it really was hard to get a seal. So for right now, I have already switched the tips. I have the X-Lastics on there, which are a unique set of tips. They're worth the try. I think I prefer them on a different set than this one. So I picked up the Dunu SS tips, which these really get high praise from people. These are a lot of people's kind of go-to recommendation, and they have kind of an interesting look to them, and they're more cylindrical. We'll start off medium. These mediums, I don't know if it has anything to do with the shape, but they look kind of small. But it's silicone. They feel similar to the X-Lastic, but it's this cylindrical shape, like almost completely cylindrical. They have a wider bore, which can result in decreased sub bass or rolled off sub bass, which, if anything, on this set will just serve to kind of balance the sound a little bit, which was another reason I thought this might be a good pairing, or at least worth checking out. Okay, we got it on there. Not fully. Now it's on there. And that looks kind of funky. So let's throw the right one in. Oh yeah, that's a badass seal. Everyone's ear is going to be unique, but seal quality off the rip, I can recommend these just based off the seal quality. Now we'll have to see how they perform sonically. Okay, get on nice and on there. Tips make a pretty big difference sonically. These fit so nice. This is going to be this may be the best seal I've ever got with an IEM. Let me see if I can tell if it's doing anything to the bass. Now I know this isn't going to be perfect because I'm not just changing one variable. I'm changing the cable. I'm going from single-ended to balanced and the tips. But all combined, this was about $35. So I just wanted to see if you throw the new accessories at the IEMs in like a full sweep like this, different cable, different tips, how much of an impact they can have combined. Because by themselves, the difference can be minuscule, especially with a cable. I have not tried any type of super high-end cable to be able to, tell you if it's really worth it to get a $300 or $400 cable. I don't see that happening for myself prior to at least getting some type of Summit Phi IEMs, which I'm not even in the market for or anything, but there's other factors that go into the cable performance, such as like the impedance and the resistance of your IEMs. Okay, obviously, you just saw all I did was listen to 35 seconds. I think that this improves the sound, the tips. I think that it rolls off the sub bass in a way that, at least in combination with the Zigot Dos Cinco, results in a positive change. The Zigots can be, the bass can get overbearing. Depending on what you listen to, if you're listening to a song that has a shit ton of bass in the mix, combined with the Dos Cincos, it can kind of get to be a lot. So far these tips are a win. Let me give you a quick demonstration of something I've already kind of noticed. Is, if you can see this chin slider doesn't work. It's decent. It actually works better than other chin sliders that I've had, but it still really doesn't work great. This one looks like, yeah, see, completely flat. It's not really moving, but completely easy to move. But wherever you leave it, it kind of stays. So I've already kind of noticed that's an upgrade. Let's change the cable back to the stock. Like I said, this was only a $20 cable, and I didn't buy this specifically for upgraded sound. It's not like I was having issues with the sound on the stock cable. It's just that when you do have like that, this thing's annoying, it tangles. I'm really not a fan of the cable. You don't want to get one with decreased sound quality by any means, and you would want to get one with upgraded sound. And once again, I am a believer that cables can affect the sound. I don't even think it's really genuine to say that I'm a believer, because they objectively do change the sound. You can detect those changes through measurements, which, I have my qualms about the measurements, but there are some aspects of the measurements that are useful, and when a IM graphs detectably different with a different cable, you can conclude that it does something to affect the sound. So I've actually kind of swapped cables a couple times, tried a couple different cables on these Zigots, and the cables go in and out a lot easier now. Once again, this is great seal. Let's go back to Planet Caravan. See if I can detect any difference in the soundstage. The soundstage feels a little wider with these. They feel a little wider and a little less intimate, which usually those things kind of go hand in hand. Let's do another quick swap, as quick as we can. But that there's also the issue of volume matching between the playback, because you will have to change the volume settings when going from single-ended to balanced. That's standard. That's just the way the technology works. You get more powered from a balanced connection. But let's see. Once again, this was a $17 cable. So if, let's say you have like a $20 set of IEMs or something, and you don't like the cable, like on this $20 set, the cable does kind of suck, and you're within the you want a $15-$20 budget for an upgrade cable, that's an easy recommendation off the rip with this. I am kind of pairing this with $300 IEMs, and this is Tripowin's. I believe it's their entry level cable. The build quality, I put the fucking wrong ones. The build quality is improved above the stock cable that you got. When I was doing some cable swapping, I noticed that the Hakuge cable that came with my C Audio Braveries decreased the sound quality in a way that was completely negative to me. It took some of the life out of the sound when I tried the Z-Got Dos Cincos on them. Okay. Back. This is this cable is 100% decreasing the width of the soundstage and the imaging, 100%. So with that being said, like I said, the build quality and everything is fine, but I'm not keeping them. I'm sending them right back. I know that you may think that I just listened to it, and how can that be conclusive? I urge you to try your own test. If you have the Z-Got Dos Cincos, this is an easy test because it's only I think it cost me $17, like I said. But yeah, this is going right back. It's not that I hate this cable or I'm not pissed off or anything. You can't expect stellar performance for this kind of price, and to no surprise, you're not getting it. I'm gonna try a upgraded Tripowin cable, because I've heard good things about Tripowin cables, and I've heard good things about especially let me see if I can pull it up. They have one that's $39. I think it's the Altia. We'll try that one. I just kind of was thinking, well, let's try the $20 one. If it's good enough, I'll save myself some money. And if you have cheaper IEMs and you want an upgrade cable, I would still recommend this, because it's not terrible. But let's see. Tripowin Altia. Okay, this is the one I got, the Zonie, which was, $19.99, $2 coupon, and then the Altia is gonna be $35. We're gonna go 2-pin, 4.4. Okay, I'm gonna order these off camera, but I'm gonna try this one next, and this one will actually look pretty sick with the Dos Cincos. I think they'll look good. But that's enough about that. The tips so far are staying. Tips are great. I don't have any problems with the tips. The seal feels a lot more reliable, as in with movement and talking and everything. It doesn't feel like the seal's being impeded or interrupted like that by that. So the tips, the Dunu SS's, tips are one of those things where you do kind of have to live with them to see if you really like them. And so far, I'm liking them. But yeah, just buyer beware. The Zonie cable, great feel in the hand and everything, but I'm not pleased with the sound quality, because even though I have my qualms with the kind of construction or build quality of the Z-Got cable, we're audiophiles, right? I'm not gonna take the trade-off of having decreased sound quality. So you know, just beware. This, and once again, this is my own opinion. If there's some of you guys in the comments and you don't agree with what I'm saying and you have this cable, let me know. You know, I'm not saying my opinion's gospel or anything like that. Okay, you got a warranty card. Yeah, for the price, I think it's good, but it's just not what I'm looking for. The tips, now off the rip, do I think the tips are worth $15 on the for the Dunu SS tips? Yeah. The thing is about the tips is, you may think $15 is a lot for a little pair of these, but if it works perfect, like so far these literally work perfect, yeah, it's worth it. I mean, you know, they're not really, I don't know if you can really wear these out. I know you can with foams. I prefer silicone to foam generally. I have had a couple sets of IEMs or a couple sets of foam tips that I like, but I like these Dunus. I like the way they feel, the seal. They feel real secure. The fit's good. Off the rip, I prefer them to the X-Lastics. So, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.